Part 1. Complete the script. Which culture do you belong to? I was born and raised in America where my culture was shaped. Is that a multicultural society? Yes, it is. My culture is a diverse mix of customs and traditions of various races and ethnicities. How long has your country been practicing those customs? Well, it has a long history. Around 10,000 years ago. What custom do you like the most? I like practicing dining etiquette. That's what makes me that's what make me American whenever I travel to other countries. What are traditional costumes of men and women in your country? Cowboy hats and boots are American styles, but nowadays jeans and t-shirts are more preferable. Are you comfortable with tradition and customs of your culture? Of course, I was born with it. How do people greet each other? Well, it depends on the situation. In an informal communication, people just say hi. Have you ever felt drawn to another land? Yes, I'm interested in Indian culture. I wish I can get there someday to attend a typical Indian wedding. Or two, listen to the story and retell using your own word. Troublesome new neighbors. Alberto will be getting new neighbors starting today, and he doesn't like it. There were two of them, and they were big and noisy, as well as smelly and stupid. Everything he has trouble dealing with. He went to Mimi, his friend he's living with, to talk about it. This is the worst. I can't possibly handle them, said Alberto. Have you seen the new neighbors? No, I have not, replied Mimi. What are they like? Well, there's two of them, and they're big and noisy and stupid and smelly. The ones we don't like. Oh, that's terrible, Mimi said. But I suppose we could always ignore them. Then ignore them we shall. The next few days, Alberto and Mimi did exactly just that. They ignored their neighbors every time they saw each other, not giving them a greeting. When their neighbors were in their garden, Alberto and Mimi would simply go inside the house. However, things would not last forever like this when one morning Alberto found one of their neighbors in his garden. How furious he was to see this. Mimi, look! Alberto exclaimed. He's in our garden! How horrible, Mimi claimed. Quickly, call our staff and have them get rid of him immediately. Mimi then went ahead and called their staff. A couple minutes later, their head of staff was in their garden trying to get rid of the unwelcome neighbor. Go, get out of here, he shouted. The neighbor went away without saying anything, and he gave a dirty look towards Alberto and Mimi. After the whole ordeal, Alberto and Mimi felt like having lunch, so they asked their head of staff for food. Though the situation didn't stop here. For the next few days, Alberto and Mimi often see their neighbors still walking in their own garden, so they decided to give their neighbors a taste of their own medicine. At night, Alberto and Mimi went to the neighbor's garden and broke all the flowers. The next morning, one of the neighbors spoke to Alberto. Hey, he called out. Hey, you! It was you, wasn't it? Alberto just ignored him. You were the one that came into our garden last night and broke all the flowers. Because of that, I'm in trouble with them. Them? Alberto asked. And they are? Who else? My owners. Owners? You have owners? Of course. Don't you as well? Oh no, Albert said. We have staff. Alberto then told Mimi that their neighbors don't have staff, but owners. No staff, but owners? Questioned Mimi. Well, that explains everything then. That's why they're so stupid and smelly. We ought to teach them how to make their owners become staff. Their attitudes towards their neighbors changed over the next few days. They tried explaining how to make their owners into staff. Listen carefully now, said Albert to them. First, you have to understand that this is your house, not theirs. Second, Mimi said, keep yourself clean all the time. Have it so they give you food whenever you want. Whenever they are reading newspapers, sit on it. Sleep every time, and on their beds. And don't forget to meow instead of barking. Unfortunately, the neighbors found this to be challenging, as they didn't understand. They gave up after a while. Ah, this is hopeless, cried Mimi. They won't understand that cats have staff while dogs have owners. Part 3. Answer the question correctly. What did the boy like best about the zoo? The boy likes the porcupines the best. What did the elephant do at the zoo? The elephant threw dirt to the family. What can we infer about the bird show? The bird show was good. Where did the boy see the butterflies? The boy saw the butterflies in a building made out of glass. Retell the text with your own words and describe the detail about the zoo. Oh, Mikey, it's time for bed. But I'm not sleepy. But it's already dark outside. Do you want to talk before you go to bed? Yeah. Okay then. What do you want to talk about? The zoo. The zoo? Oh, it was really fun, huh? What do you like best about it? The porcupines. The porcupines were big, weren't they? What else were big? Uh, the giraffes? Yeah, they sure are big. And how tall were they? Over your head. They were over my head. They sure are tall. Are there anything else you remember? I remember there being elephants. Do you remember anything about the elephants? Was he eating anything? Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Mommy said the elephants did something. Do you remember what he did? He threw dirt on us. He did. and now, and how did he do that? With his foot? No, with his trunk. After that, you fed some ducks, right? What color were they? White. And are there more animals you remember? Didn't we go to a show? Yeah, a bird show. A bird show. And what were the birds doing? They flied around. So they flew around. Were the birds good? Yeah. Were there any naughty birds? There was one. Oh yeah? What did it do? It did thing what it man could not do. Okay. Then you saw some butterflies, right? After the bird show. You saw them after the bird show. Well, where were they flying? They were inside. Inside, huh? In like a building? Yeah. What was it made out of? Was it wood or glass? Glass. Made of glass, right. Then what's keeping the butterfly in the building? Um, the air. Oh, the air. The air was coming down? Yeah. Wow, that's nice then. Well, it's time for bed now. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. Good night. Good night.